Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we have an aluminum block lighter, what I believe is typical of most aluminum block lighters, in that this one truly appears to be garage or small shop made. For one, it doesn't quite close like it needs to. And the machining is very heavy and crude. It's not a very fine tool used to achieve that finish. Maybe that's what they were aiming for, but I've worked with enough and ground enough metal in my life to know whoever ground that didn't really give a shit what it looked like. They could have made that look a whole lot better. It's really bothering me that won't shut like that. So I may have an extended repair video on this lighter and just completely disassemble it and see what the nuts and bolts of it look like. For now, the tank of the lighter is just one big bored out hole that is then threaded on the end, and not particularly even all that much space there. This fill screw, which doesn't have any markings that I can perceive, and I don't believe it had any. It is nicely knurled, and it has a little flathead screwdriver that you could use to remove your flint spring screw, your file wheel, and keep your fuel from evaporating out. There is no gasket there, which makes me wonder about the fuel economy. But if it had the wadding packed in there real tight, and then the way that seals up, that's pretty tight. I don't know, certainly tighter than a Zippo would be. Whoever designed or conceived of this lighter had a little bit of flair to them, the way they have the little swooshing cutout there. Kind of creates a little windbreak against that backside with the file wheel. It's a nice idea, and you know, I haven't had a chance to use it enough to know if it's really reliable. Took a few times to get it to strike up just a minute ago there, but it seems like a good design if the lid would shut. This is pretty typical as well, these push springs that are used for tension in these aluminum block lighters. For those that are unaware, aluminum was the only material really available during and after World War II. Maybe after World War II, because they may have just flat not been making lighters, I don't know. But when the war was over, there was an excess of aluminum, and it was really the only material that they had. So you see a lot of lighters that were made out of aluminum at the time, even some of the name brand lighters. But you certainly had a proliferation of sort of garage or local, regional kind of companies that designed and made similar lighters. Very seldom marked. It's pretty cool when they are, actually. But as you can see, the workmanship on this was not fantastic. Sort of definitely a difference in the way that these corners are angled. Much deeper cut here than it is here. Those are closer to being the same, but then on the bottom it's just flat. It's very much feels like a burr. And I hate to keep repeating myself, but the lid or the lift arm here will not close like I assume it was intended to. Won't stay closed, and that bothers me. So I think I will take this apart when I get done with this video and put a new wick in it, pull the wadding out, see how much we can get in there, and start over. Just take the thing completely apart. But when you hear people talk about aluminum block lighters, this is it. This is what they're talking about. Often crude, unmarked, but effective, and usually designed to be used with one hand, even for a guy with bad hands. If you like watching videos about old Petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacconista, and other useful mechanisms, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video that you are watching. Tell your friends about the channel. Hit that link, send it off in a text, email, post it on social media, however it is that you communicate with folks nowadays, and let them get a look at it for themselves. Leave any comments or questions below. We would also appreciate it if you would follow and like us across all the social media platforms: Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, and of course eBay. That'll be Dependable Flame or dependableflame.com. Until next time.